Hello everyone, welcome back. You're watching the Data Labs. My name is Dilip. In this tutorial, we will discuss about events related with load and unload of user form in Visual Basic application. So before jumping to the user form events, let's understand what is an event in Visual Basic application. So an event is an action that can trigger the execution of a specified macro. So let's understand the event with example, and then after that we will learn the events which are related with load and unload of the user forms. So for example, whenever we open a new workbook, like suppose I am just creating a blank workbook here while clicking on this, okay, and then this is called an event. Even whenever we insert a worksheet in a particular workbook, that is also called a event. And whenever the double click on any of the cell or even single click, even selecting this cell, this is called also an event. Okay, so there are many much events in Visual Basic application, and you can create codes for these events. This means that as soon as an event occurs, and if you have specified a code for that event, that code would instantly be executed. So if you talk about the types of event in Excel, even I mean Visual Basic application, we have like we can categorize all those events in six different categories. First one is the worksheet level event, second one is workbook level events, and third one is application level events, and the fourth one is chart level events, the fifth one is on time and on key events, basically the events which are associated with the time and while pressing some different key, basically shortcut or maybe some other keys. And the sixth one is user form level events. So in this video, we are going to focus on user form level events, which are like related with showing and closing the user form. Because see, user form level events has a lot of events. Basically, there are a lot of events. I will show you when we will jump to Visual Basic application window. But we are going to focus only on 5 different types of events that are associated with loading and closing the form. Okay, and all those 5 different events are basically initialize, activate, deactivate, query close, and terminate. So without wasting our time, let's move to the Visual Basic application window. So let's click on developer tab, and under developer tab you can find the code group, and in code group you just need to click on Visual Basic button over here. So alternatively, you can press Alt plus F11 as a shortcut key. You can see that on mouse over it's showing the tooltip. So let me click on Visual Basic application, and once you click on Visual Basic application, it will open Microsoft Visual Basic for application window. Okay, so to understand all those events related with loading and unloading the form, we need to insert 2 different user forms. So to insert a user form, just click on insert menu here, just click over here, and menu section you just need to select this user form. So let's click on, and now you can see that there is a blank user form is inserted. So let's move the toolbox here. Now we need one more user form, so just click on insert and then user form. So you can see that in our project explorer we have 2 different form, that is one is user form 1 and user form 2. So basically the user form 2 is required to understand the deactivate events. Okay, otherwise we do not need the user form 2. Okay, so let's make some changes. Here you can see that like this is the properties window, and you can change the name, caption, and a lot of properties in this particular window. So here we are not going to change the name and caption anything. We are just mainly focus on single property, that is modal window. So let's change the modality of this both the form. So just select this user form 1, and in properties window we will find here it should show model. So now make it false. Again, just double click on the user form 2, and then in properties window just show model, that should be false. So now we have done with the modality, like the properties. Now let's double click on the user form 1, and we need to insert two different buttons. One is to show the user form 2 and the second one is to close the user form 1. Okay, so let's insert two different buttons. So here you will find the toolbox, and we have a lot of tools, so we just need to add the command button. So we need two different command buttons, so just click over here and insert a command button again. Just select the toolbox, then click the command button and insert one more command button. Okay, so we are not going to make any formatting or changing the color. We will just keep the same color. Let's change the name and caption for both the buttons. So select the command button 1, visit to properties window, and here the name should be cmd, it should be show. Okay, and the caption would be show uh, form 2. So this command button is just to show the user form 2, that's why I am giving the caption show form 2. Now let's change the properties for command button 2. So this is for close, so that should be cmd close, and let's close, maybe just keep it as close. So now we have done with the show form 2 button and close. So let's double click on this show form 2 and write the code to load the form or show the form 2, right? So just let's double click on that, and now you can see that we are in code window for user form 1, and here the object which has been selected is cmd show. It means the command button. So let's give user form 2 dot show. So once user will click on this particular command button, it will show the user form 2. Let's go back on user form 1, and now I'll just double click on close button to write the code. So unload me. So once user will click on cmd close, the close button, it will close the user form 1. So now it's done. Let's move to user form 1. Okay, so now we have done with all the basic requirements to understand all the events related with load and unload of the user form 1. User form, basically that can be any form, right? Maybe user form 2 or user form 1. So here we will write all those codes on user form 1. Okay, so let's start with the first events, that is initialize. So let's understand what is initialize event, and then we will add the initialize event in our code window and write the code. So initialize event run the sub procedure code every time the user form is loaded into Excel memory, but before showing it on screen. Okay, so let's move to the user form 1 code. Like select this, and this is the view code. Just click over here, and now you can see that we do not need user form underscore click event. So here this is for object groups, like we have three different objects: cmd close, cmd show, and user form. So we are working on user form, so let's select user form, and this is the event drop down. Basically, when select multiple events over here, so you can see that a lot of events are here. So we are mainly focused on the events which are related with open and close the form. So let's select this initialize. Okay, so here you can see that there is one sub procedure, that is user form underscore initialize has been added. So let's remove the user form underscore click event because we are not going to discuss this. And now we can write the code under this sub procedure, and that could be anything. Like if you want to initialize the controls, maybe some text box, or some command button, if you want to keep some values, default values to those command buttons, or maybe you just want to initialize the variables, then you can use this user form underscore initialize sub procedure. So here I am going to write the code to change the color of the command button. Like let me show you here. This is the default color. So on initialize I am going to change the color of this command button, the back color, that should be that could be red color. Okay, and then I will pop up a message over that I am initializing, like the form is getting initialized like that. Okay, so let's move to the code window here and write the code so that uh, user form 1 is getting initialized. So this is the message whenever user form will get loaded into memory. And now I'm going to change the color of the some command button. So me.cmd show dot back color, and the back color would be VV red. Okay, so the coding is done. Let's move to the user form 1 and run this code. So click on this button, and now here you can see that the pop-up message user form 1 is getting initialized. Once you click on OK, it will show the window, and the command button, the color of command button has been changed from the default color to a red color. Okay, so let's close this. Let's click on Visual Basic and let's move to the user form 1. Okay, let's understand the second event, that is activate. So let's move to the code window, and here we just need to keep this user form as an object and select the activate. So here the top one is the activate event. Now you see that there is one new sub procedure which has been added, and that is for activate activate event, right? So you can write this code. So before writing this code, let's understand what is the activate event. Okay, so the activate event occurs when the form becomes the active window. Like suppose like whenever you run this code, this form will get loaded to memory, and after that it will show, it means it will get activated. At that time this particular event will run. And again, suppose you have already opened this user form 1, and again user form 2 is also running, and user form 2 is the active window. Once you'll move switch from user form 2 to user form 1, in that way this form will get activated. At that time this code will again run. Okay, so this is the basic, you can say that definition of the user form activate. So let's write the code. So I am here going to writing the code to show a pop-up message stating that I am an active window now. Okay, so let's message box I am an active window now. Now let's run this code, like double click on that, run this. Now this is the initialize event which is running. Now it's showing I am an active window now. Okay, just close this, move to Visual Basic application, double click on that. Now let's understand the third event, that is deactivate. So let's move to code window here, and keeping the object as user form 1, let's add events, that is deactivate, from the drop down. So deactivate. Now one sub procedure related with the deactivate has been added. Let's understand what is deactivate, and then we will write some code over here. Okay, so the deactivate event occurs when the user form is no longer the active window. So let's understand this one. Like, so suppose we are running both the forms, like user form 1 and user form 2, and currently user form 1 is the active window, and after that we are switching from user form 1 to user form 2. In that case, user form 1 will be no longer the active window, and at that time the user form underscore deactivate, this particular sub procedure will run the code and perform whatever the instruction which we will provide here. Okay, so let's write the code, and stating a pop-up message over here, like message box I am no longer an active window. Okay, so let me show you. So let's double click on this user form 1, run this form, and here initializing this is the active window. So this is the active window. Let's click on show form 2. So it will open the second form, that is user form 1. And now just because this particular form is no longer the active window, it's showing no, it's running the code which is available in uh, user form underscore deactivate sub procedure. So let's click on that. Now this is the active window. Let's switch to user form 1, and once we'll switch to user form 1, it will become uh, the active window, and it will run the code which are associated with the user form underscore activate sub procedure. So now you can see that I am an active window now. Let's close this form. Okay, and again close this form. Let's move to Visual Basic application window. So the fourth event is related with unload the user form, and that is query close. So let's select this the new event, that is query close. Here you can see. So let's understand this query close event. So basically query close event runs the code before unloading the user form from the memory. Like suppose you are uh, closing the form, so at that time before closing the form, it will run all the code which are available in this sub procedure. Okay, and here you can see that there are two different parameters. One is cancel, and one is close mode. So with the help of cancel, you can uh, you can cancel the closing activity. Basically, if you'll pass cancel as true, it means it will it will uh, it will not close the window, it will not allow user to close the window, right? And with the help of close mode, we can identify how user is closing, like whether user is clicking on the X button available on top right corner of the form, or user is using unload me, like unload code with the help of Visual Basic Code, or whether user is closing the application, or maybe user is utilizing task manager to close the window. Okay, so in our example we will identify whether user is using the X button to close the window, and if user is closing with the help of close button, that is X button, then we will simply show a pop-up message that no, you can't use this button, please use different way to close this form. Okay, so let's so first of all we will identify the close mode. So if close mode is equal to 0, it means user is utilizing the X button, then we need to show a pop-up message over here. So message box, you cannot use this method to close this form. Okay, and then cancel, it means we are not going to allow user to close this window. So let's cancel is equal to true. So that's it, and that should be and if here let's create some room over here so that you can see the code properly. So this is done. Let's run this user form 1. Now it's initializing. Now this window is active window. Okay, let's click on this button. So here you can see that you can't use this method to close this form. Okay, so to close this form we need to utilize some different way, and that is the close button available here. So let's close this and click on Visual Basic to jump to Visual Basic application. Now we have only one event pending, that is terminate. So let's click over here, select the terminate, and just delete this blank lines and create some room over here. Okay, so let's understand what is terminate event. So the terminate event occurs after the user form is unloaded from the memory. So let's write a code stating goodbye. So let's run this code here. Now it's initialization active, and let me close here. Now it's showing like goodbye. It means the user form has been closed. Let's move to Visual Basic application. So this is all about the Visual Basic events that are especially related with load and unload user form. There are n number of events in Excel, as I already told. If you want to learn about other events like worksheet events, workbook, or an application, maybe on key, on time, and some other user form events, then please leave a comment in comment section. I will definitely post a tutorial on that. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Have a great day. Bye bye.